This week, I want to punch holes in the myths of the industry. The movie industry is shown as a glamorous, fabulous place to be. It's not really glamorous. That's all image. That's called PR. I'm especially talking to the actors here because I think crew people tend to know that you're sweating all the time and you're drinking a lot of water and you're not peeing. I've said that before, but it's true. It's my little mantra. That is the life of a filmmaker. But for actors are really, really sold this glamorous lifestyle. And it's not. It's mostly auditioning. It's mostly hustling. It's mostly trying to stay in shape and keep yourself out there and do it all with a smile on your face. It's fake glamour. I'm not saying there aren't glamorous moments. I'm not saying you don't get to wear cool costumes and have people work on your hair and do your makeup and all of that. But it's not a life of that. It's a life of really pursuing and going after it, and it's hard. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You just should know what you're getting into. My next myth in the industry is everybody gets a rich and famous contract eventually. If you keep going, that'll just happen. No, it won't. That's a lie. That's a lie being sold to you by film schools, by acting programs, all of it, okay? That's just a big fat lie. And if you can face that and embrace it, you can keep going after your art and doing the art you love to do, and maybe you'll make some money at times. I'm sure you will make money at times, and sometimes you won't. But you won't be down on yourself about it. I find that people start to feel like they're failing because they're not wealthy. They're not part of that little 1% of the acting industry, for example, that makes that great money. If you can earn a living as an actor, you're succeeding. If you can earn like a lower middle class living, you are like amazing in how much you're getting work. And if you're not earning any money, that doesn't mean that you're a bad actor. That's just the way the cookies crumbled for you. Being an artist is about doing it. It's not about earning a living. And I know it's very hard because you have to do both, right? You're driven to do your art, but you also want to pay your bills and not live in your parents' basement for the rest of your life. So it is a balancing act, but it's important to just accept that and face it and not let it reflect upon you, because it's not a reflection of you. It just is. The next myth is if you get a degree in filmmaking, you'll get into all the big film festivals. No, you won't. Again, that's a lie. That's a lie. Do you know how many people go to film school? Like if you add up all the people that go to film school and then all the films that are taken from students or people right out of school, you'll find that's mathematically impossible. That's all I'm going to say on that. Don't let them sell you things. Go to school to learn. Don't go to school to get something at the end. I accept your degree, of course. I love this one. If you make good work, then you'll be rewarded. So if you're not being rewarded, then you're just not making good work. Those are people who are trying to build themselves up and come up with reasons for things. There really isn't a big rhyme or reason of why people are rewarded. I mean, some people are just connected, and that's obvious. Some people are just lucky, and they happen to be that one film that was picked for Sundance and then built up by the media, and they won the Cinderella Prize, as they call it, right? But it's so few and far between. It's so haphazard. It's so, where does life take you? What's your path? What else do you have going on in your life? It's utterly complicated. And I know people making really great and interesting work that's not formulaic knockoff crap that just generates big business money. And they're not, quote, being rewarded. And what I mean by rewarded is the old school rewarded, which is money and fame. The way to be rewarded, though, is to be respected by your peers. I feel much more respected and good and amazing when a peer of mine who I respect in the indie film world says, "That was really great, Sherry. I think you're doing a great job with that." That means a lot more than winning the nice prize at the film festival. Is it nice to win the prize? Sure. Then you have to dust it. Okay? But when you have a colleague that respects you and is encouraging you and thinks you're doing great work, you have that forever. That doesn't collect dust. Just keep that in mind. All right, the shiny prize is all nice and all, but the hearts of your friends and your colleagues and the respect is what's going to carry you through every day, especially when you have bad days. And the last myth about the industry I want to bust is you have to have a lot of money to make great films. If you want to make money, you have to have a lot of money, right? That's an old saying. You want to make art? You can do it with what you have. You can figure out a way to make it. It might be in pieces. It might be smaller projects. It might be a bigger project on a really micro budget done in a really interesting, unique way because that's the way you could get it done. But that can still be, and probably is, great work, more than some fantastic superhero movie, which takes a lot of work to make, huge team of people. It is a lot of hard work, but it's formulaic, churning out. They have a process. It's like a factory. And when you're making something unique as an artist, you're doing so much more. Don't let the economics get you down. You keep going. You're an artist. I believe in you. Thanks for watching.